since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. Play no how I drip.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Slide on with it. Better see me now on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash.
All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
With pass to Brown as he holds it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Allen's throw is complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Jesse Bates made the tackle from... Now Allen off the bootleg. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
A big play there for Cincinnati. Give him 53 yards on the ground. Back to Mixon on first down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
On second down, Mixon. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Allen going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They run here with Singletary. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And an alley to run. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
That was a special return, and it happened.
Let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And that's off the mark.
Only was it the right play, throwing it away like that? Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 4-2, Mike 4-2. Check 42 to Mike. Check 42 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Allen. Got an open man, it's Foster. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Here we go. Alert, alert, alert. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Hey, Haywood!
Mike 42!
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Allen hit. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Dalton on the draw to Mixon. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Mixon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Dalton off play action. Open man is Uzama. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From midfield here, Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And no return on this one as the fair catch. Just signal for and take it.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Play action now, Dalton. And this one's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Dalton. Flush to his right. He finds his running back, Mixon. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Evans in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw, it's Allen. He finds his target, John Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Allen now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Shakes off the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Sam Hubbard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game.
And this is going to be intercepted. picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when you intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw here, Dalton. Got a man open, it's Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
The final act of the first half, Dalton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Let's go, let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. A big play there for the Bengals. Give him 69 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll give it to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
We got this.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now as you...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This is taken at the 3.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Dalton now to pass. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. To return is Roberts. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Singletary to get the drive started. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down.
57.
From midfield, here's Allen. And incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. To throw again on 2nd down, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback. And when he delivered,
Allen hit, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? To Mixon on the check down. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here now, Roberts. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To the air, Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Allen now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Allen throwing complete to Brown. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, Allen. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Bills have recovered.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
362.
From the 24, Dalton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Joe Mixon. Take this up to about the 37. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets it. To the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll run with Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Now they run with Mixon. And some room to roam now. 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Allen's throw is complete. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sean Williams. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up. And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit, because you and I both know, heck, they knew. But this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport, because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now, because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Cincinnati, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week, as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.